All right, our first quick video is going to be about finding a vertex or a maximum minimum value. So these questions, like number 11 on the review, are basically asking us if we remember how to find the most important point of a quadratic, right? So you will get this on the midterm, but the most important formula we can use is when we are in standard form, as we are here, we're going to use opposite of b over 2a. That's going to give me the x value of my vertex. So I'm going to plug that in directly here. I'm going to get positive 16 divided by 8, or 2. This represents the x coordinate of my vertex. Y will equal 4 times 2 squared minus 16 times 2 minus 4, which in this case, we get 16 minus 32 minus 4. That's negative 20. So the vertex of this particular problem is the point 2, negative 20. Another way that you'll be asked to find the vertex is actually down at number 25. And they ask us to find the minimum or maximum. Remember that a quadratic either looks like this if the leading coefficient is positive, or this if the leading coefficient is negative. This value here would be a minimum, and this value here would represent a maximum. In both cases, the minimum and the maximum, they're a vertex. So we're going to follow the same process. Negative b over 2a, negative 20 over 2 times negative 3 is negative 6, so that's going to be 10/3. This is where that's going to be the x coordinate, and to find the y coordinate, I'm going to plug in. This one's going to be a little messy. This is a calculator problem, and on our midterm, at least this year, we will all have our calculator throughout. So we could plug this in directly into our calculator. I'm going to try to do it quickly here. I'm going to just pause and do the mental math on my own. All right, there's some movie magic, but what we do see here is that we can, through that same process, find our vertex. Now, the only thing that we have to treat differently is we need to determine if this is a min or max. Because the leading coefficient is negative, that means our graph opens downward. That means our vertex represents a maximum. So the takeaway here, whenever we're finding the maximum height of a ball in the air, or the minimum area that we can make with a certain amount of resources, whether we're finding the vertex, they're all asking us the same thing, finding that critical value in standard form. So negative b over 2a gets us our x value, and then we plug that x value in to the formula to find our y value. The vertex is always, on a quadratic, a min or a max value. And we are done.